Let's see. Is it on? What's up, everyone? Hey. Thank you guys for jumping on in. Hello. This is about to be exciting. What's up, everyone? What's up, not Instagram. What's up, Periscope? What's up, Facebook? I'm rolling two things at once. I was trying to get my Instagram to upload and work, but Instagram was pretty much like, nah, not today, Evan. Maybe another day. So we are just rolling off of two platforms for today, but I am excited about what we're getting ready to discuss. I pray you guys have had an amazing day. But before we jump into this, let me turn this down just a little bit. I want you guys to do me a favor. Hit the share button. Tag a friend. We all have that one friend that really needs to be reminded of some things. And I promise you this, that friend that came to mind just now, go ahead and tag him. What's up, Mike? Hey, Wendell. Hey, Kieris. Hey, Rika. Hey, Ayana. Hey, Chris. Hey, Katrinka. Let's see who else is on here. And if you're in here, just drop your name. Let me know where you're from. Talk to me. Hey, Miss Sin. Hey, Brilliant X Squared. What's up, guys? Trying to keep it going. But hey, do me a favor. Hey, Dom. Do me a favor before we jump into this, because I'm excited about this. This has been brewing since yesterday. I'm going to tell you guys about how it came about. What's up, Davita? But I do want you guys to, hey, Eric, I saw you Marco Polo, me too. But jump on in really quickly. What's up, Kiera? Wanda from Brentwood, California. Hey, Wanda. Hey, Eddie. Hey, Sade. Okay, now I know how stressful that is when people are on here trying to speak to everybody. That gets really interesting. Okay, so I'm going to stop trying to do that right now. But I'm going to tell you, I can't say this enough. I'm really excited about what we're going to talk about today. So I'm going to take one more second, 15 more seconds, hit the share button. Go ahead and share it to somebody. Add a friend, tag a friend, all of that good stuff. What's up, Dewana? I owe you a text message back, too. I'm cutting my response time down to 1 day. Hey, Latarski, it's been a long time. I hope you are doing really well. Okay, and I got my little notes here so I can stay on track. So that's enough of the preliminaries. Let's jump right on into it. So for those of you who this is your first time watching or first time being here, I am excited to have you guys with me. My name is Evan Brown. I have a business called Vision Birthers, where I simply just partner with people who have amazing ideas, amazing thoughts, amazing logics, but they just have terrible execution. And that's one thing that I really do love, because I know how it feels to have a really big idea. I know how it feels to be actually terrified of your big idea. And sometimes you just need somebody to come behind you and say, you know what? Put the pedal to the metal. Let's work. Let's get this done, because you actually have something worth putting out. You have something worth sharing. You actually have something worth somebody buying. I know. Oh, let me also say this. I'm an author. I'm a publisher. A pusher of people, and I'm also a motivational speaker. So in this session, you're going to get a little bit more of my motivational speaker side, but it's a part of me that I truly love. I started Vision Birthers I'm not going to go into that. If you want any information about what I do in my company, Vision Birthers, or just about me as an individual, check me out, www.IamEvanBrown.com. I'm also going to pitch this really quickly before I jump into what we're going to talk about tonight. Today, I launched something that I was terrified and nervous about doing, but I knew it was beyond time. The Christian Entrepreneurs Online Conference. A lot of us have brilliant ideas. We even have businesses that we are working that are already off the ground, or we have different things that we want to get off the ground, whether it's a nonprofit, no matter what it may be. We are called as Christians to get this thing done. God has so graciously given us great ideas. He's given us wit. He's given us wisdom. He's given us so many amazing things that we don't always take full advantage of. And my thing is maximization. Maximize everything that you have inside of you. So with that being said, go on my website, IamEvanBrown.com. Check out the King's Business, which is an entrepreneurs conference for those of us deciding to be a part of it. Want to be an entrepreneur, already an entrepreneur, or if you're saying, you know what, I got a nonprofit, you need to sign up, because your nonprofits actually should work in your favor. But most importantly, when I voted in 2016, I wrote Evan at. I appreciate you writing me on your ballot. But let's jump right on in. So if you guys did not see the flyer, today's session, we're going to do this thing where we're going to talk about my dream 2. I'm going to show you guys a flyer because the flyer came out great. It's called My Dream 2. So each and every person that is listening to me currently has a dream. you're pretty clear on your dream. Your dream is actually probably already at work, already under work in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Whether it's still in the conception stage, whether it's still in the stage where it's in your mind and you haven't done anything with it, whether it's actually written on paper somewhere and you're actually making some progress, you have a dream that is somewhere. And that dream has been stuck in this la land for some reason, because mainly maybe you're nervous, maybe you're fearful, maybe you're worried about resources, maybe you're still trying to educate yourself on your craft so that you know what to do and how to do it going forward. I don't know why your dream is stuck, but I do know this: your dream is stuck. Say this with me: I'm unstucking my dream right now. Type it in there. I'm unstucking my dream. I know unstucking probably isn't a word, but because this is my live, I can make up words. I am unstucking my dream. And one of the key components that I've noticed over time, even with myself, is that our dreams are generally stuck because we are so busy working on somebody else's dream. Yeah. Your dream, 8 times out of 10, I'm not going to say 9, is stuck and it's complacent and it's not making any progress. It's not getting anywhere because you are so focused on the dream of somebody else that you have totally, not just neglected, but you've chosen not to do anything towards making your dream a reality. It sounds kind of crazy, right? That you are so focused on helping someone else reach their potential, reach their dream, do what God has told them and commissioned them to do, and you never did what you, that's it, you right there, the one watching this scope or whatever it's called, was supposed to do. Ask me how I know. Oh, Kyle, you took it out of my... I know because I have been there. I was so consumed with ensuring that the mission and the vision and the dreams of other people around me came to pass that I did it well, I loved it, but I never did what I was supposed to do. Now you're probably saying, you know what? That sounds like a disservice. And guess who that's a disservice to? That's a disservice to you and to God. I know this for a fact. God has called each and every one of us to do a work, but God has also called us, God has called us to be a part of a work, but God has also called each and every one of us to do a work. You have a work that you have to do. And let me tell you this, let me break this misconception, this notion now. You can do both. You can do both. You can do your dream, build your dream, be all that God has called you to be, and you can also do what you're supposed to do to help somebody else make it, get there, complete their vision, complete their mission in the earth. You can do both. I've stopped by here today to tell you that you can do both. Many of us, and I know how it is because I've been there, we're stuck. We're sold out to the dream and the vision and the mission of someone else that we completely forgot to ask God, hey, what do you want me to do? What am I supposed to be working at? And this is the great thing about it. You're supposed to be working at more than one thing at a time. You're supposed to be doing both. Some of the best lessons, some of the best experiences, some of the best things you're going to learn under the umbrella of helping someone else build theirs. But there comes a time where you have to put on your big kid drawers and do what God has placed in front of you to do as well. Think about it like this. If you get up there to heaven and God is like, let me go down your checklist, and you've been living holy, you've been living righteous, you ain't drunk, you ain't smoked, you ain't fornicating, you ain't did all this. But then when it gets down to, did you fulfill the commission and the purpose and the assignments that I had for you? And he can't check that off, you're going to be really hurt. You're going to feel a way watching people like myself skip right on through, knowing that, yes, God, I took the assignments that you gave me. I helped to build the mission and the dreams of other men and women in my life. But I also did what you commissioned me to do. What sense does it make for you to work so hard building the dreams of everybody else? I mean, they're thriving, they're growing, they're doing it. And then the one thing that God has commissioned and called you to do besides their dream, you didn't do. And I'm going to tell you this why. You don't have any excuses why you can't do it, because you know why? The best experiences, the best teachings that you've had have come under the umbrella and under the tutelage of watching and growing and learning and developing somebody else's craft, somebody else's dream, somebody else's vision, somebody else's book, somebody else's business. You've done it. But there comes a time when you have to do it for yourself. We're going to stop right here. Put right in the comments, I'm doing it for myself. I'm doing it for myself. This is a reminder that you have to do what God has placed in front of you to do, as well as doing what you are currently doing to help support someone else. You are doing a disservice and a total disservice to your own life and to your own future and to your own destiny if you're not doing both. You have to do both. I feel like I'm yelling at you, but you have to do both. One of the greatest things I ever learned, and I'm a learner. One of the greatest things I've ever done for myself was submit my life and my plans to help first start somebody else's venture, to help first somebody else push somebody else's brand and market and get them going. I did that first. I still do that now. We should always be working on something besides the one thing that you're supposed to do. But emphasis on besides the one thing that you're called to do, whether that's for the season, for that time, for that purpose. You should always be working with someone. If you got a business, if you got a venture, guess what? You may not be able to be an employee of somebody else, but there's a way that you can serve. There's a way that you can volunteer your time to help your friends' nonprofit scholarship they have when they're doing fish fries and different things to raise money to send kids to school. You should always be working with somebody else. We've gotten to a place where we're so selfish. Either we're one or two things. We're either extremely selfish about what we're doing that we only do our stuff, or we're so dang fearful about being successful that we don't do the thing that we don't help somebody else build what they have going, what God has commissioned them to do. We cannot do it. One of the greatest things for you to be a steward of is not necessarily your money. It's not always your money, not always your health, but it's also you being a good steward of somebody else's vision. The best lessons I've learned have come from a man named Adrian Davis. You know why? Because before I knew what I was supposed to do and how I was going to do it, I had a practice round that went great. I had a practice years, and I'm even still in my practice years where I get to experiment. I get to try new ideas. I get to push the envelope and I also get to learn from the market, working in a different market, learning in a different field. You have to find somebody to help. You have to find somebody to pour your talents, your efforts, your thoughts, your charisma. You have to find somebody to put you into what they're doing so that you can not only help them, but you can learn what you need for your future. It's not taking advantage. It's not manipulative. It is, I am putting me into what you're doing because I know that I can help you. And B, I know that I'm called to help you. And then C, because God is just so good, I'm going to learn something for my future on the other side of this. Like when you really think about it in the grand scheme, we miss the power in it. We miss the amazing things in it. We miss it because we don't always do it. So at this moment, if you are working to build somebody else's dream in some capacity, great. Keep going. If you are not, find somebody that you can work their dream alongside of them so that you can learn all that you need to learn, not just for you, but also for you to get the quality experiences, to learn the quality lessons while you're helping mold somebody else. Do you know this? There is somebody that actually needs your help. Whoa, you can sow a seed right there. No, but seriously, there is somebody that actually needs your help. There is somebody that has been waiting for what you have to offer. They have been waiting on what you need to bring, they are waiting on you. Like there's somebody right now sitting somewhere frustrated because you and all your talent and all your resources and all your knowing how to do are sitting there not doing anything. Not only are you not doing anything for yourself, you're not even helping someone else. Somebody needs your help. And guess what? When it comes to that point in time, you're going to need somebody else's help to push what it is that you're called to do, to push what it is that you're doing to the next thing. Somebody needs your help. I'm going to pause right here. Type in these comments, someone needs my help. I'm asking you guys to do this for a level of accountability. Somebody needs your help. Somebody needs your help. which I see when you log off, inbox me your info, order your book. Oh, you can order my book at www.iamevanbrown.com. But yeah, somebody actually needs your help. Somebody's been waiting for a very long time for you to get over yourself, to get your mind in alignment, for you to get over your pride, your ego, and how great you think you are. Somebody needs your help. And now that you have acknowledged the fact that someone actually does need your help, find them. Find that person that actually needs your help to do it, because guess what? Your dreams matter. My dream too. My dream too. That's the name of this scope. That's the name of this broadcast, is My Dream Too, because your dream matters. But in order for you to push out your dream, you first and foremost, most of the time, have to learn how to help push somebody else's out. There are a lot of things that you're not going to be equipped to do, or that you're going to have to learn the really hard way, because you just won't allow yourself to help somebody else. I promise you, you don't have to be selfish with your time, your talent, your resources, your energy. You don't have to be selfish. You are doing yourself a disservice by being selfish, because someone needs your help. I'm going to tell you another thing as to why we are not maximizing the time that we have, and why we're not pushing our dreams out the way that we should. We have poor time management. We have terrible time management. I know you guys, a lot of you guys are listening to this saying I'm convicted, but you're saying, well, I don't have the time. Well, you do. Because I promise you this, the time you're not, scratch that. You won't always have time, but you can always create time. Let me tell you how I know. Ask me how I know. It's because I've had to learn the tough lessons and learn how to create the time that I need to do what I need to get done. Yeah, you work a 9 to 5. Yeah, you got kids. Yeah, you got a spouse at home. Yes, you have a home to take care of. Yes, you're a pastor. Yes, you have all these different things. Yes, you're a business owner. Yes, you are that. But guess what? That does not get you away from what God has placed in front of you to do. So if you are supposed to release a book in the earth, I promise you, your 9 to 5 schedule and your tough 24 hours a day and all that good stuff like that is great and all. But guess what? At the end of the day, you have got to do it. Yeah, you serve at your church. You should. Yes, you're consistent and you're faithful at work. You should. But guess what? When you get done with all that, you have still got something that you're supposed to do. Like, you have something that you yourself are supposed to do. But the problem that we have is time management. Time management. Time management. Time management, and also just a fear of just kind of letting yourself do both. And I know I make the joke about me being a motivational speaker. So here's your motivation. One thing that's going to blow your mind about you helping someone else complete and get to their place called there, or work towards building what God has placed in front of them. One of the first motivational speeches I've ever given at a church, by way of a message, Bible study, whatever you want to call it, was about this awesome guy named Nehemiah in the Bible. Nehemiah was somebody that I have learned a whole lot from, especially in the early stages of my walk, because Nehemiah, of course, had what we consider to be what looks like a glamorous job unless you read into the text really for what it is. But he had a job. He was I don't want to say a wine taster, because that's so whatever, kind of interesting to whatever, but he basically tasted the king's wine to ensure that he wasn't poisoned. Now, you probably stand like, that's probably not a good job to have, but it's a little risky job for sure. But one thing that I admire about Nehemiah in that whole situation was that even though his job was this, I can only imagine now, like, I don't drink wine like we don't drink wine like they drank the wine back then. We drink water. So what happens if your water is potentially contaminated, you have to have somebody that follows you around all day to taste your water to make sure that you're not going to die when you drink it. That means that Nehemiah spent a whole lot of time with the king. That means at all times of the day, every day, he was walking around, following behind this man. And anytime this man was thirsty, he had to be the one that tasted whatever it is that was being brought to him. So that's a lot of time being spent. There's a lot of things happening. He's a cupbearer. He was doing a whole lot of work. A lot of time was being passed. And guess what? Nehemiah got a charge by God to go home and rebuild a wall and do what needed to be done in his home for his family, for his kin people, all that kind of good stuff like that. But one of the great things about it was that when Nehemiah was released to go, the king gave him letters that gave him access to get all that he needed to go and do what he was supposed to do. I'm not sure if I'm a preacher, but I think you guys are going to catch that. When Nehemiah was released to go and do what God was leading him to do, which was to go back home and rebuild the wall, the king gave him letters. The king gave him access to all the materials that he needed. All Nehemiah had to do was take letter 1, 2, and 3 and stop by where what he needed was, the resources was, and then from there, he was able to go and fulfill the call fulfill the assignment that God had laid before him. So you mean to tell me that there's a great chance that by us just willingly and submitting ourselves to help somebody else bring forth their vision, we could get the letters that gets us the resources, that gets us the connections, that gets us the money, that gets us the wisdom, that gets us the favor. All those things can be accessed by simply just being and helping and building alongside somebody else. That's crazy, right? But I'm just going to slap you in the face with it. You are missing so much. You are missing your letters, your letters of access, your letters that are keys to your resources, because you're not helping anybody else build their stuff. You're so focused on you, or you're so scared to be great, that you are simply taking yourself out of the realm of the impossible because you're just not prepared. You just don't have the letter. You just don't have the letters with the right signature on it. You don't have the right stamp of approval. You're missing it. Not because you're not great. Not because you're not amazing at what you do, not because you don't know how to do what you do, but simply because you have not partnered yourself with someone to help do what they're supposed to do, to allow you to be in the realm to get all that you need to do. What you make happen for somebody else, God makes happen for you. So that is pretty much it. Your dreams matter too, but the key component and a part of building your dream is also making sure that you're helping build somebody else's. You can do both. Yes, you right there can do both. You can help somebody else build out and build up and develop an enterprise or whatever it is that God has laid before you to do. You can help them and also help yourself. So I pray this has slapped you clean in the mouth, and that you come off this thing and you get a sheet of paper and you charge yourself, okay, you know what? There's somebody that I need to help, because I know that I'm supposed to be doing something. There's a lot that I haven't been doing. There's a lot that I have not been allowing myself to help somebody else build. And I have no reason that I wasn't. I have no reason that I couldn't have been. I have no reason that I shouldn't have been. I just have to help somebody else because my dreams matter too. My dreams are only going to be unlocked if I do what I'm supposed to do for someone else. Some stuff is not denied. Some stuff is simply just delayed because you haven't started to work in somebody else's garden. You haven't decided to help somebody else plant their garden and get everything together. You have not helped anybody else, and that's probably why your dreams are not coming to pass, because in essence, they don't really matter that much to you. Because they matter to you, you would realize that, okay, if I got an assignment to help somebody else right now, or if I'm helping somebody else right now, I need to ensure that I'm helping myself on my end. So I'm creating the time to write my vision. I'm creating the time to do the research about the business or the industry or the market that I want to get into. I need to know my product. I need to test my products. You have got to do both. At the end of the day, that's it. You have got to do both. So as an act of faith, I'm going to ask you guys to write in the comments again and say, I'm going to do both. I'm going to help somebody else fulfill their call. I'm going to help somebody else bring forth their vision. I'm going to help somebody else push some things out. And in the middle of that, as I work for them, I'm going to work on my own stuff. I'm going to do both. I'm going to do both. That's it. It's so many people saying, I'm going to do both. I'm going to do both. You have to do both. Your destiny, your future, your good thing depends on you doing both. You saying, you know what, I'll sacrifice a little sleep, not just to work on somebody else's stuff, but also to work on mine. Yeah, I'll be intentional about my time management, how I spend my days and how I spend my energy, because I know I have to do both. And because I have to do both, I need to go to bed earlier. I need to get up earlier. I need to rearrange what I do on my lunch break. I have to not answer the phone call for that one friend that calls a lot, but you know when you talk to them, it's going to be 2 hours. You've got to do both. So do theirs and do yours too. Real simple. Do theirs and do yours too. So I pray you guys have definitely enjoyed this, but most importantly, I pray you guys have learned something from this that you can take with you, and not just take with you, but apply quickly. Find somebody to help. Also, again, I mentioned it to you all. My first ever conference. I've helped people plan conferences for years. And I finally decided to do my own because you know what? God had told me you are doing for others, but I need you to do for you because guess what? There's a realm. So if you guys are interested, go to my website, www.iamevanbrown.com. The conference is called The King's Business. One thing that I do know for a fact is that God has not called us to just do business. He's called us to do business well and do business from the top. So if you have a current business and you're not at the top of where you are, your market, your region, you're doing something wrong. We're going to have sessions on how to channel creativity, the power of a clear vision, the power of a clear vision. If you're a book writer, if God has told you to write a book, we're going to have a powerful woman of God who has a publishing company who's going to lead us on some steps on how to write a book. We got somebody going to talk about nonprofits. We're going to have somebody talk about a wealthy mindset, how to actually channel and get wealth. Because so many of us are working, trying to get something that sometimes you're working too hard for it. You got to know what to do. You got to know what to say. You got to know where to sow. You got to know how to sow. You got to know when to sow. That's how a lot of things are unlocked. So we're going to have about 9 or 10 different sessions on how to take your business and your product worldwide. I got a session called Branding is Biblical because it is like it's going to be. And then we have this amazing couple, that Jay and Ashley Patrick out of Virginia. They are phenomenal preachers and teachers, but they're also phenomenal businessmen and women who are making a huge impact in many different arenas and areas that you did not know. So I say this. Please, please, please go to my website, www.iamevanbrown.com. Read some more information about the conference, but most importantly, sign up. Matter of fact, I'll do you a favor. I'll drop the registration price right now. Give me 2 seconds. I'll drop the registration price right now down to $50 just so that you can get in. There's absolutely no reason and no excuse for you not to be and to have and to do all that you're supposed to do. It's no excuse. It's absolutely no excuse. And I can tell you this now, because of how I've been able to sow my gift and learn by way of helping others, I can stand here securely and confidently and tell you, I know what I'm doing. I actually know what I'm doing. And it's a great thing to be able to say and to be honest and say, you know what? I know what I'm doing. The conference is July 26th and 27th. It is actually online, so you will be able to watch from the comfort of your own home. Sessions will be going on all day Thursday, all day Friday. But the great thing about it, if you can't watch it live, the replays, the video playbacks are yours. So when you get off work, you can come home, watch it. You want to watch live on your lunch break, watch live on your way to work. You have amazing opportunities. You have every reason in the world to register and to get what you need. And I just told you guys I'm going to drop the ticket price today. It went live today, but one thing I do know about this is that I know what I'm doing, and because I know what I'm doing, God has led me and gave me confidence to go after some amazing people. Like I promise you, I have some of the most brilliant minds on this side of heaven that are going to be pouring wisdom and insight and strategy and application, and not just stuff that they read about, but stuff that they are doing, stuff that they are making money off of, stuff that has allowed them to live their absolute best life. They're doing it. So we're not hearing from anybody who is a novice or not sure of what they're doing. They know what they're doing. And guess what? I have just changed the ticket price right there for you. $50. I'll leave it on there probably for the rest of the day. Matter of fact, I'll do you a favor. I'm going to leave it on there till tomorrow. So go ahead, go to my website, www.iamevanbrown.com. Register, get your spot. Do it now. It is just $50. You've got $50. You were about to buy Zaxby's. You were about to go buy some clothes, some shoes you didn't need. You were about to do something else with the money that you have right there. You need to invest in yourself. Part of your reason your dreams haven't come true is because you don't make the right investments into yourself. You don't read. You don't study. You don't allow yourself to be opened up to your target, to your market, to what you want to do. How are you going to maximize and lead a market that you are unfamiliar with? If you're saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to create a planner. You need to know some planner statistics. You need to join some Facebook groups that are where ladies are talking about how much they love their planners. You need to be in there and see what's going on, how the consumer is thinking, how your potential clients are thinking, what are they in need of, where are they lacking, how can I reach them, how can I put what I have in front of them. It is something that I tell my clients all the time, that great products need great packaging, and great packaging needs to be presented greatly. So there's no point in you having an amazing hair oil that work, and then the packaging of it looks like you whipped it up in your kitchen, but then you put in some stuff you got from Dollar General, and then you printed your labels at Staples, and you designed your labels yourself on Microsoft Word. You're not a graphic designer. Invest in yourself. Get a designer. Get somebody to create you a logo. Get somebody to create you something, so even when you get your supplies and you're bottling from different places, when you slap your logo on it, you're proud of what you're selling. A lot of the stuff that you guys are selling, the stuff is great, but the packaging and the presentation is bad. Like, you don't even buy stuff that looks bad. But if you really look at some of the stuff that you like, come on, like your book covers. If you're writing a book, hey, your book cover needs to be like, wow. You need to be wowed when you look at your book cover. Because I promise you this, most of the people that design or that buy your stuff may not always be your friends. I wrote a devotional 2 years ago that I'm still getting checks off of, and I'm saying, how? And it's not because, but I believe the devotion was amazing, but I've grown so much since then. But most importantly, I knew that when I created my cover, what I wanted my cover to look like heaven. I wanted my devotional to look at. When you look at the cover, like, oh my God, this is great. I don't know who the author is. I'll show it to you. I got a canvas of it. My book cover has people that don't all look like me. Different shapes, different variations, different ethnicities. Because you know what? If my book cover is about God, if my book's about God, my cover needs to reflect God. And what better way to reflect God than to show what his people actually look like this? What they look like. Beautiful people, beautiful smiles, beautiful personalities. And we all don't look the same. The kingdom is not all black. The kingdom is not all white. It's not all Asian. It's not all Arab. It's not all of that. But these are different things that you can learn that we can help you dissect and break down for a small price. Go ahead and make the investment in yourself and head on over to www.iamevanbrown.com and sign up for my the King's Business Christian Entrepreneurs Conference. It's something that you need. You got about 10 sessions for $50. You need it. You need to take what you got to the next level. Also on there, I have a couple books on there. An ebook on jumpstarting your social media. I have another book that I have loved that I had the opportunity to write called For the Purpose Chaser, because God gave me a revelation on purpose that most people are in search of. They're crying, they're fasting, they're giving their last, they're doing all these things in this hopes of finding purpose. And purpose is already, they're standing in the middle of it. They're just not looking at it. They're not seeing it from the Father's eyes. They're seeing it from their perception, from their perspective, from their lens of experience, from all that. That's how they're seeing it. And that's not, most of the time, what you see, it ain't always right. And we all know that to be true. So please, please, please go on my website, www.iamevanbrown. Take a look. Go around, look, blast, do all that great stuff. I would love to have your support. I would love to have you to be a part of the King's Business Conference. You can download books. You can buy t-shirts. You can send emails. You can look more into and read more about Vision Birthers. Got the shirt on. All of that is found right there at www.iamevanbrown.com. So I tell you all this. Have an amazing Tuesday night. But most importantly, remember, you need to do both because your dreams matter. And the way for you to unlock all that you need to complete and to fulfill your dreams is to first help someone else and do the work for your own in the midst of it, okay? So I love you guys. Any more information, any more questions you guys may have, go to my website. Shoot me some information. Hey, I would love to have you. And don't forget, I dropped that price on registration. It's $50. So do yourself a favor. Sign up. I know what I'm doing, and so do all of these amazing people. I'll just tell you a little bit about the lineup. We have Pastor Jamal Miller, who has the online singles conference based out of Chicago. A woman named Kristen Ward. She has the Lift Life 365, but she's also someone who's blessed and anointed for money. A woman named Lauren Smith. She's the creative director for a hair care company called The Main Choice. Jay Renee is the woman who has done something that I don't think many people do. She realized that her time and her season was up being an amazing hairstylist, and she has reinvented herself in what she's done and what she needs to do to make herself progress and go towards the future. My brother Mike Martin, he's written a book called Branding is Biblical. Not most people don't realize that God is actually all in branding. Some of the strategies and what you need to do are actually found in your word. So he tells you how to pull those things about. He gives you some easily applicable strategies on how you can make that happen. My sister Brittany Morton, powerful woman of God. She has an amazing ministry called Saving the City. They're like 5, 6 cities. They got campuses everywhere. Basically, they're a mega church. But most importantly, Brittany is one of the most creative minds I've ever seen. She is consistently reinventing and blowing the minds of everybody involved. My other sister, Jessica Williams, she's the owner of King Vision Publishing. She's the only African American female owned publishing company in the Southeast. Jessica is publishing books day and night, left and right. And guess what? You got a workbook, you got a manual, you got a textbook. She can help you with that. And then last but not least, the amazing couple, Jay and Ashley Patrick. They are doing a phenomenal work in Virginia, but most importantly, they understand the principle and the power of kingdom. And they are not just preachers. They are businessmen and women who are making a difference in the areas of business as well as through nonprofits. I am working on an amazing woman named Attorney Ashley Davis. I need to get in contact with her. She was watching for a second. I want her to come in and share the wealth of wisdom about nonprofits. A lot of us don't realize that nonprofits are actually not for profit. However, there are some things you need to know that you can know to do some different things and to make some things happen, all those great things like that. I'm going to try to get her on there. And also, I believe that God is still sending me people to add to this. I believe $50 for what you're going to get 35 minutes of just brilliant teaching and sharing and application is worth $50. I see people are registering as we speak. So don't be the person that misses this $50 special. If you got to put it on your credit card, put it on your credit card. But just know that what you get that weekend, that Thursday, Friday, and probably a little Saturday is going to be awesome. It's going to be power packed. It's going to be needed and necessary for your future. Your future needs the King's business, for you to do business not just your way, not the world's way, but God's way, which is from the top. So pray you guys have enjoyed. Thank you guys for joining in. Remember, you've got to do both. Go get started, not just on your dream, but also on the dream of someone else's. I love you all, and I will be back later on this week or probably next week. But I enjoyed having you guys on this time. Share the replay. Tag a friend that you know needs this. Tag your lazy friend. Tag your friend that always has a bunch of excuses. Tag your friend that's actually probably broke a lot. Tag them. Because I promise you this, that is not the design for their life. And there is something that they can be doing and that they should be doing, or that they need to do more of to enhance the quality of their life, aka to be happy and to enjoy living this life that we're doing, but also making a difference. So I love you guys. Thank you guys for joining on. Share it, tag it, repost it, all that good stuff. Follow me on Instagram. I am Evan Brown is my name. Follow me on Periscope. Add me on Facebook. All of that. But most importantly, stop by www.IamEvanBrown.com for more information on what I do, vision birthdays, and also to sign up for the King's Business Entrepreneurs Conference. I cannot wait. All right. Well, I'm about to take me and my disciplined self to the gym to go and enhance my life a little bit more. So I love you guys and have a good one.